Good morning, Jasiri lovers. No better way to start the weekend than with a scintillating Hot Topics Special. You know, you're going to love today's show, trust me. And I like the way the show is going to start today. Because I'm a love girl. Everything about love works for me. They started this Jasiri Day with love songs. It put me in a zone. Maybe that's why I'm going to this zone that I'm in. Speaking of love, a Nigerian doctor made a tweet where he recounts how a lady made passes at him while on ward round. You know, let's have it. Let's see how she did it. Maybe it was, you know, very stylish.
Oh my God. Something weird happened to me in the hospital today. I like how he started.
Yeah, please go.
I went on ward rounds this morning. This Fulani lady is taking care of her mom. And she heard me telling one of my colleagues that I haven't had breakfast. After I'm done with the ward rounds, I came back to this on my table. A cup of tea, biscuits, and a note. Wow. It's weird. Okay, please tell us what. No. Hi, doc. Breakfast is the best way to start the day. And being close, being able to share it with you makes it even sweeter. Aisha Yusuf Jibrila, take care of yourself. I should put a heart.
I should put her phone number. Wow.
Doctor.
Is that the mug?
Yeah.
And he drank from it?
Doctor.
He didn't fear juju?
Do you understand?
He didn't?
No, but that's so beautiful.
What's wrong with you?
No, I don't understand.
It's so beautiful.
But doctor, that is you, eh? Doctor, if this is your picture. Doctor.
Well, if that is his picture, I would give him a cup of coffee too.
A cup of coffee.
I would
Cups or
totally.
something.
But honestly, you know, we're joking about things, but do nice people make you suspicious?
No.
It depends on the level of, you know, there's sweet and there's saccharine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on how sweet you know, this kind of sweet that you ask, is everything okay? Are you looking for something? Can I help you with something? But I think if you're just genuinely nice, it's refreshing. Genuinely nice with genuine energy.
Genuine energy, yes.
Then it's nice.
I would say no. I think that your experiences sort of like, you know, they create.
Annie, you're just a lover. You are a lover. You don't like love.
I am. I'm a hopeless romantic.
So if a man brought this to you, you would just drink the coffee like that. You won't suspect.
They are food. Kayamato or aphrodisiac. Or follow me. Drink and follow.
It's a good gesture. Do you know how much courage it takes to reach out to someone that you're attracted to tell them, hey, listen, I'm feeling you. I like you. Can we do something?
But somebody did ask me today that can't I take a step towards someone that I do like? And I had to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's just my upbringing or where I'm coming from. Yeah. I doubt if I could make a first move.
Yeah.
The only thing I would do is make myself visible and available and seen. Without being like, hey, I do like you. I don't even think I've ever told anyone that I'm attracted to, that I like you.
The feminists are going to come for you for that.
No, I know. That's why I laid the premise. I said maybe it's my upbringing. What I have known. I'm very,
women can shoot their shots.
I am very old school.
Yeah.
That is how I know how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I flip the script, I'm not sure I'll be comfortable.
And then there's a fear of being taken for granted.
Or being rejected.
Or being rejected.
Now that's what they play me pass.
A guy may acquiesce to you. And then but you're wondering, does he really like me, or he's just saying so because of
if I hadn't done anything, would he have actually seen me at all? Yeah.
Yes, that would always nag at me. And you know, life has a way of happening very funny.
Yeah.
Now something will happen and it will be like, okay,
after all, I didn't. You were the one that came.
I just said, take a gun
ground open. Let us enter. Oh yeah,
I will just say yes.
But you know what? I feel from this tweet, I feel like the doctor wasn't very nice to her because he was like, that's weird. And see, first of all, she's a northerner. Northern women were trained in a certain way. You're supposed to be conservative, and you know you prim and proper and all of that. And then she reached out to this guy, and then he's like, It's weird.
You don't look the doctor
he could have,
said,
and then he not even showed
Let us have
everything on
malaria.
Twitter.
And let
Like
me
her
be
name,
treated.
her number, her whole family members, they now know she did it.
For me, it's the small love heart, eh?
I think
And
it's
she
cute.
even take care of
I
herself.
think it's so cute.
When last, I think the culture or the, this of writing love letters will not
It's
lose.
so
out.
extinct.
I think there's
It's
some reactions.
extinct.
We have some
We
reactions
have-
on
do we
on
have
Twitter.
reactions
Yeah,
on
I
this
think
tweet?
so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that you couldn't preserve her dignity. You see, by
Yeah.
covering her name, she deserves better. I
Well, there are
agree.
many,
Well,
her name there.
What's weird about it? The lady did something kind. Is that now a crime?
Thank
dear
you.
God.
Thank you.
Lol, it's weird because you don't like her. If you like her, it would have been cute.
Yes.
Anyways, Asha.
Ashasha ilafia.
Okay.
Ay, God.
Myself, I could start working. Or maybe they go bring breakfast for me too. Are you
doctor.
fine? Are you fine like that, doctor? Can somebody be sick because of you?
If Wale looks like that, it's not bad.
I can't see him.
Really? I can't even see him closely. I
And
only
he's not
saw
bad
the
looking.
glasses.
He's not bad looking. He's not doctor looking.
No.
He's not
He's not
doctor.
bad
He's not
looking.
So the cat is now doctor.
What do you call the
No,
name?
it's not the doctor. That
Wow.
particular doctor. It's just I don't want to give him props because he was mean to her. But
Yeah.
the guy is not
They should have
bad
covered
looking
her
at
name
all.
at least. What is it?
All right,
Somebody
so-
did shoot his shot.
So the doctor wrote us
Okay,
a love letter. Good morning, everyone. I hope this finds you all in good health. I want to enlighten you people regarding my post. First of all, me not concealing her name wasn't intentional. The moment I realized that I personally called her the moment I realized that, I personally called her and apologized to her. Even drove to her place and we spoke about it. I want to tell you all she's very much okay with it. Number 2, I personally asked for permission to meet her parents, to which she agreed on. I met them, we exchanged pleasantries, and I explained everything to them. And I'm very happy with their response. The atmosphere was electric. I was astonished on how her father received me. He politely advised me like his own son, especially when I told him about my late father. He personally told me that once they crossed paths with him, and told me how amazing my father was. When I don't know before. Okay, so
You people should calm your nerves.
because I'm keeping a close contact with her and her family, not because of what happened, but the way they received me with open arms. They are super amazing and beautiful. I want to apologize to each and every one of you, particularly women that found my post insulting. My respect for women is unmatched. I didn't make the post to humiliate her. I urge people to look at the whole thing from a different perspective. Lastly, the mug was given to me as a gift, which I will now be using in the office personal mug. And she promised me I will not be leaving home without breakfast. Thank you.
Oh God!
Okay, she will be
How can you
supplying
guys be
breakfast.
calm? That's so sweet.
What is sweet about this?
Sweet.
Lolo, you that is
I'm looking for
Are
the
you
sugar.
jaded?
No, but this is not like he's saying, oh, I like her and I'm
No,
going
it
to
doesn't
move
matter. He
in
doesn't
that
have
direction.
to like her, but he did the right thing. He did the decent thing.
The atmosphere was
Right.
electric. That's where for
And
me.
you never
when-
know. You never know where things lead. I think he's a decent guy.
Yeah, and
I
they're,
changed
and
my
they're both
mind
from
now.
the north, and there,
Okay,
you know,
they're
things
both
are
from the north?
Done. Yeah, he's
and
a
things
northerner.
are done. You know, they have their own ways of doing. I won't be surprised if
guess.
tomorrow they get married.
Yeah, yeah.
You say
Oh, I
from-
know
That's
that.
why that's where I wanted to go.
He said,
I just don't want you to randomly like,
I
just feel bitter.
Calma.
I agree, I'm a bitter.
I like when you
Calm.
said that the family received me with open arms. Yeah,
Yes.
that's always the beginning of.
And you know the funny thing, it tells you why she did that sort of thing. You see the place she comes from. She's coming from an open, loving place.
Family.
Her family is like that. That's why she did what she did.
Okay,
I'm
so
so
please
excited.
let us do more random pleasant surprises for people. But do you actually do you appreciate like a random act of kindness that
Day
somebody
of the
does?
week.
I do, but
I think
Is it that you are cheap?
I,
So I should just bring you coffee now.
you said random
Can you take my
surprise.
wrapper?
But Olo, I'm not into. You're great and everything, but
No, I don't mean like that. No, no, I don't like that.
so what I'm saying is I like surprises. I think most women like being surprised, especially if the person gives you something that reflects you, because it means they know you and they understand you.
Yes, actually, that is something I would take away. Because for me, if you give me something, I like when you gift me a thing that you have researched and know that this is that
You
I
got
would
it.
know that you did look
got
at
it.
me. It's not when people meet me and they think they can take me to a fast food. Honestly, I just place the relationship where I place it. Because I am bougie when it comes to food.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not know that about me. I can eat in fast food restaurant, but if you are
Taking you on
courting
a
me,
date.
I don't think that's where you should start.
Never ever.
I think it takes a lot of intentional work.
Yeah.
If you say you like someone or you want to surprise someone or you want to gift somebody something, you don't just go to the store and buy something.
No.
You can still go to the store and buy biscuits and come. Yeah, but if you're looking at this person, you must have studied the person and know what does this person like. What have you seen that this person has been done to this person and she beamed like a flower. That's research. That's putting in the work. That's being intentional.
Yes.
So,
Like I know what the two of them want. Very easy. If you are any guy that you're interested in any of my girls,
Please.
I have all the lowdown. Just pay me. I would supply you.
now I'm curious to ask. If someone said, what would you say?
I can't
Is it
really
off air now? You people off air. Come on.
I don't want to expose you. I want to be paid for my services first.
Perfume.
Okay, this is the perfect this is the perfect place where we take a short break now to usher in our guests. Remember, it's Friday, it's Hot Topics Special, and so Hot Topics Special begins right after this break. Stay with us.
Our guest today is such a beautiful lady.
Very strong.
She is a family therapist and a photographer.
Hello.
Please give a warm Jasiri welcome to Oluwasolape Ogundinmu.
No, that's okay. That's all right. No pictures.
Oh my God, see, I knew you take to us like fish takes to water. So I'm not even going to acquire anything. Anyway, Oluwasolape, are people still taking pictures in this country? Are they taking pictures?
They're
or
taking
are the
pictures.
demand to capture moments reduced?
Have you not seen all the weddings that have happened during the last,
dear.
like 1 month? Oh, no,
They're taking pictures. People are still taking pictures, family portraits and everything. I know that there's this idea that phones have taken over and everything, but as a photographer, I will tell you that there are some specific details. There are some details that a phone just will never give to you. So for me, people are still taking pictures, and I believe that camera phones, they're trying, let's be honest, they're really doing great jobs, but nothing compares.
Compared with camera.
Nothing compares, nothing yet.
Yes.
It's the human touch.
But with all these mega, is it not pixels? You guys are saying 17 pixels, 16 pixels.
Photographers understand what I'm saying because you don't know about it. So every picture looks like every other picture. If I were to show you my pictures now, I would zoom completely in and you will see the tiniest details. I'm talking pause and everything.
Wow.
But a phone will not give you that.
that
Exactly. So if you want to blow up the pictures now, you blow up the pictures and it looks pore for pore. You can see everything and it's real skin. It's not over-edited and looking so plush and fake. This is real.
So that means that if your makeup is not good, my brother,
My darling, that is all.
Oh, yeah, wrinkles.
all the blending, the misblending, your makeup is not on point.
Exactly.
So,
So, well, we always edit that out, but a lot of photographers prefer to have that makeup perfectly done so that the editing is not overdone at the end of the day.
I've actually seen some pictures when you zoom in, you will not see no skin,
Nothing.
you just see like
No
a panel.
texture.
You know
It's just
what?
no texture.
That's exactly what I was going to ask her. Why are we editing pictures like that these days? Like, people don't look...
Is it that everybody
Yeah,
press
so
for
we're in this
AI
fantasy.
influence, maybe?
Thank you. We're in the fantasy world where AI has taken over everything. So nobody wants to be real anymore. Everybody's trying to portray this idea of perfection. So part of this perfection is that perfect skin that is unrealistic. Personally, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that if anybody has just that perfect skin, it's like, bruh, sis, what's up? What's going on?
and be honest with yourself. All right, so it's no longer news that Nigeria's economic hardships are evident. There are videos of market women complaining on a daily basis. We saw the richest black man share his own pain just some days ago. What are your thoughts concerning the proposed nationwide protest that's aimed at addressing these economic challenges? My sister, that's why we asked you. is the market of photography still selling? Because in today's reality, sometimes you ask yourself, you hold 50K. 50K before.
You're doing party.
It romances first your wallet or your purse. But now 50K, you are doing mathematics all. When we sit on this table most times, we are always talking and exchanging. Listen, I bought this for this, and before you know it, 50K, that's how it's gone. So what do you think about what's going now and the intended planned protests?
Times are hard and people are trying to survive. I still see that people still want to somehow, live their formal life and still try their best. Everybody is trying to, shuffle and make things easier for each other. Is the business of photography still doing well? I would say that it's okay. It was better, right? The demand is no longer as high as it used to be, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Now, I have some ideas when it comes to these protests. The reason why people are protesting is not because they don't know what they're doing, or there's real hunger in the land. There's real pain. There's real frustration. Everybody they've had it up to here. Now, my own issue is, who are we really protesting to? What are we protesting for? I'm all for it, but I feel as if there's something else going on, that we are not looking at the bigger picture. We're thinking it's just surface. If we just tell the government or the president to do this and everything is going to be sorted out. Darling, there's a bigger picture that nobody is focusing on. And that's the scary one for me.
What do you think that picture is? Do you have any thoughts about that?
According to my really, really tiny knowledge, I don't believe that Nigeria is being controlled by Nigerians. There's an intention to make sure that we stay in poverty so that some people can stay rich. So if we are able to come out of this, some people are going to have to suffer for it. And those people that are suffering for it do not want to suffer for it. So they need to make sure that however way they can suppress you, repress you, make sure that you are down and under, that you don't have a voice. If anything is to break out in Nigeria today, you think any country is going to come and save us? The reason why this is happening is because I believe that there's a bigger picture. There's something else going on that we're not seeing. Yes, the government is there. Yes, it's like a puppet show. You're getting mad at the puppets, but really, who's controlling the puppet? Exactly. That's what I believe we should face, which is external, how would I call it? External influences.
So even if we take the protests to the streets, because the protests are scheduled between the 1st and the 15th of August. So even if we take the protests to the streets and protest peacefully and all that, you don't think that it will yield the desired results? I mean, based on what you say, because what you say got me thinking. I mean, there's a bigger picture. And because we're emotional as a people, it's hard to look at the bigger picture, because first we go with emotions. We are hungry. We're not a sea road. We are hungry. Guys, do something. But like you say, we are just seeing a puppet show. And the puppets are puppeting on the stage, but who is the one controlling the strings that makes the puppets move? So I don't know,
So are we saying that, the protest is just a waste of time?
I wouldn't say it's a waste of time. I think the idea that everyone will come together as one and unite and fight against a problem. But my own problem is that is not the problem. The problem is bigger than what we think is the problem. Because as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is not being run by Nigerians. There are things that are being done deliberately to keep us where we are.
And you think those influences are foreign?
Of course.
Conspiracy theory.
Oh, wait, hang on.
In our hair, with the big glasses, yes, aliens about to invade.
Not aliens. But okay, this is what I mean, I know a lot of us think that we are free. Right? We are free. We are democracy, they say. Right? We think that we're free. But let's think about it strategically. Are we really free? Are we really free? Think about it. Are we really free? All our policies that have been put in place, are they ours? The reasons why they're not working for us is because it's not for us. If it was for us, it'd probably work. But the fact that it's not for us, that's why we're struggling. That's why there's so much confusion. That's why it's like, I always say, if you're having something put into your body that is not part of your body will react. Yeah. Your body will violently want to get it out, which is what I see that is going on. This reaction that we're having is because there's something going on that is not for us.
You know, we had a discussion on this table, and I'm trying to remember who said it and when. We've had tons of discussions on Jasiri. We try, you guys, we try. Someone said, probably we are staying with a form of government that isn't for us.
It's not. It wasn't designed. It wasn't.
Yeah. We discussed that maybe we should move to a parliamentary.
Yes. Funke treasure.
Yes, I think it's Funke.
It's not for us. It's like me coming into your house, literally coming into your house and saying, okay, darling, you know what? I want to change where you're putting your living rooms. I need everything. I need all the kitchen stuff to be in the living room and everything in the living room to be in the kitchen. And this way it's going to work. And you're looking at me like, yeah, sure. And then by the time I'm cooking, there are no facilities to handle cooking in the living room. You start to choke, you start feeling uncomfortable. But because I have said, this is what I want.
You know, this big picture you just painted is going fundamental. Then that means we are looking for an overhaul of our constitution.
Yeah. But is it even the constitution? I remember listening to a conversation that my father and some of his peers were having, and they were saying that the country, the institute that is Nigeria, was created to be a failed state. And if something was created to fail, then all it will do is fail. No matter what you try to do.
Very true.
Yeah, so I do remember hearing something like that, and it's frightening. Because to the people in Nigeria is all that they have. Yes. This is home. This is your life, and it almost feels like if you were rigged not to succeed from the get, what hope do you have?
I am looking at it from the point of the hardship that everybody is facing. Yeah. Let's take Kenya as a case study. You know, somebody had told us on this Kenya and the unity that they have. That Kenya is like a country that speaks one language. Way. Yeah. But you know, in this country, there are so many fragments that even this proposed nationwide protest, a lot of people are asking that which faction, who is behind what? Because that is what will determine where the focus goes. Or what the ricochet effect would be.
True.
I would like to also say that once there is that unity, once there is that oneness with everyone, there's going to be a problem, don't you see? Yeah. So that confusion is, it's intentional. That confusion has to be so that if everybody has one voice, Nigeria is going to take up a stage, take over the world. Nigeria.
Reminds me of what you just said. You know, there's the story in the Bible about the Tower of Babel.
God bless you.
It's said that God said to the angels, if I leave these guys,
they will come to my house.
They will come up. Yes. So there's intentionality in division.
Exactly.
Depending on what you want the outcome to be.
I always say that I'm from the United States of Nigeria. I try to say it, but
but as it is now, if this nationwide protest should go on, who do you think would lose more?
The people.
Do you think the people?
Oh, without a doubt. The people. I can say, wake me up from my sleep at 5 a.m. and I'll say the same thing. The people. Because how is the saying? When elephants fight, the grass suffers. And the people in this case are the grass. We, like our guest was saying, there's a lot that we don't know about. People in my generation, we don't even know anything about politics. We don't know anything about policy. Most of us don't know what's in our constitution. Sure. People don't know what their rights are. So you hit the streets with passion, but there's no knowledge and information to back up your passion. And a movement without a matter, or a movement that loses sight of the matter, becomes headless, and it can be dispelled. That is what I think the issue is here.
You know, for us to be able to move further in this conversation, you all remember DJ Switch. She was known for her activism during the NSAS protest. In a detailed social media post, DJ Switch stated that Nigerians must decide whether to passively accept the current state or actively push for change, highlighting the need to overcome tribal divisions and selfish interests. She warned that ignoring this opportunity would only perpetuate the nation's exploitation by the leaders. Here is a post in detail.
And it's a long one.
It's a long one.
That. I wasn't going to speak on this issue because I've experienced firsthand the cowardice of many Nigerians. But my love for Nigeria is literally haunting me. So here it goes. They say that there's a time for everything, a time to sleep, play, work, fight, or die. Africa as a whole needs to know what the time is. If you recognize what time it is, then you know what to do. Mind you, the cabals running Nigeria especially, are smarter than you all might think. While they may be on the edge about this planned protest, especially after seeing the event in Kenya, I promise you that they can bet their left balls that nothing will happen. That being said, many have been advised to, in quotes, show support for our fundamental human right to freedom of expression for 2 reasons. So that there's a record of them supporting it, and to guide you all like babies to do your protest and go to sleep. So the question really is, do you know what time it is? Because if you don't, just kukuma go and sleep. And if you do, then prepare to take the bull by the horn. You need to understand that whether you jackpot or you stay, they don't care. Nigeria is a mining ground for these devils. They take and take with no single thought or care as to where the nation ends up. Wasteland. Now, this is coming from a place that is deep. And everybody knows that DJ Switch has never been one to shy away from the realities. And she will put pen to paper as the pen is her power.
Honestly, I cannot but see so much in what she wrote.
What do you think?
Very intense.
I literally have goosebumps because we don't understand where we are as Nigerians. The reason why I feel as if this protest is fantastic, but just like what DJ Switch said, if you don't know what you're into. If you know that this is not a joke. And if you don't know, darling, see, turn on your air conditioner, lie down and sleep. Because it's so deep, we cannot afford to sleep. Because whatever happened in Kenya the other time, it happened because they had enough. And trust me, I don't think they have been through half of what we have been through.
But
so
please,
we know how to,
why are we so adaptable to travails and challenges and hardships?
And hiding church and religious institutions.
That's actually one of the things. That religion has clouded our minds, that it has given us some sort of succor to think that, okay, after all of this, heaven is the goal. I will go to heaven. So no matter the stress, no matter the pain, there's always a good thing to come at the end, not realizing that until you put effort into making sure the good comes, it will never come.
Can I ask us a question, just to answer your question? Does anyone at this table believe in generational trauma?
Of course.
Very good. I think that one of the manifestations of Nigeria's seeming unending adaptability, the way we just expand to take on everything that comes, I think it is an offshoot of generational trauma. How Africa was colonized, the things that had to happen. There is a sense with which, how do I say this? We don't value ourselves. We value our comfort over ourselves. Because if we actually valued ourselves, we wouldn't have sold ourselves.
Exactly.
So Nigerians know how to enjoy. We know how to jaye. We know how to live good lives. But we don't actually value ourselves as people.
You mentioned something. You said, or was with the colonials. You said was. I think it is still and is.
Still going.
It's still going, which is why I asked, do you know what is still going? Whatever it is that happened in the past, it's still going on now.
Yes.
This is why we are so fearful. Now, the most annoying thing about Africans, not just Nigerians, is that, or let me say Nigerians, is that we feel as if until someone else tells us that we are good, that is the only time we accept that we are good. On our own, we can never tell ourselves that we are good, we are bold, we are beautiful, until it says, you're so looking nice. Why you're looking so big? They say, hey, I look nice, really? And that is one of our biggest problems. We're seeking for validation for something that is outside of us. Instead of facing what is inside of us, that is what is going to help us to fight.
Meanwhile, Yeah, we're having a really deep conversation today. Meanwhile, in Lagos, there are plans by traditional leaders to hold the Oro Festival from August 1st. Allegedly, this is to counter the protests, a move criticized by some activists and other people here in Lagos. They argue that such tactics are a transparent attempt to stifle dissent and maintain control over the populace. What do you all think about that?
Right. And how coincidental that it starts from the exact first day of the protest to the last day of the protest, from 1st of August to the 15th. This traditional Yoruba cultural event involves significant rituals.
Yeah.
Retweet for awareness.
Can I ask, did it happen last year?
They did it during the election.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think last year it was
just
during, you know his name, what's his name? Viver, Rhodes Viver.
Yeah.
It was during his run that the last one was instituted, or it
And
was
how long
carried
did it
out.
last for?
I don't remember those details,
you know,
but it feels like,
just-
the Oro now is
to counter.
yes,
Because
it's a political weapon.
The Oro Festival is a traditional festival where when it is held, it's like a cleansing, and women are not supposed to
Come outside.
to be able to see the masquerade. And there's a lot of secrecy, and that shrouds this particular. But we would go on a short break. When we return, we'll be able to expand a little more and make comments on this Oro Festival particularly. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you are on the show Jasiri. Please make sure that you're tweeting at us. You're, keeping us on your dial. We are at News Central everywhere. And of course, we still have Oluwasolape in the building, and we're discussing something very vital. We're talking about the importance of this planned protest and what it augurs for the people. Before the break, we were trying to expatiate on the Oro Festival, wow, how timely it is. And we were just saying that the last time it happened during the election.
Yes. Yeah,
just like Solape would point out that we like to use religion because a lot of people always forget that it's not only Christianity.
Yeah,
I say that sometimes, and people are like,
No, it's
I think you
religion.
forget that it's not just Islam.
Islam, yeah.
We
There's
have
tradition-
people that are traditionalists.
Yes.
And this Oro Festival is important to them.
Yes, yes.
We know that there are reactions to that particular tweet. Please let us look at some of the reactions.
Big Ayo says,
all of a
a sudden, they want to perform Oro Festival from August 1st to 15th in Lagos. They are looking for all ways to stop that protest. Oro Festival in Lagos now allegedly scheduled for the first 2 weeks of August, the exact same period of the planned protest by the youth. Chai. So after turning billionaires to podcasters, this government done they turn our ancestors to political jobbers.
Oh, Kai, that's it. That tweet deserves a clap.
The Oro Festival is about witnessing a revolutionary transformation. It is about seeing a real festival, the festival of the oppressed. This is by Shore.
Oh my God, I love the sarcasm there. The prestigious Oro Festival is now a political tool. You all should now understand why they tried to ban gangs of Lagos, because he exposed them.
Yes.
I wish I had a sinister laugh to put
That I can resonate. But Reno Omokri, in his controversial response to the protest, has called for the Lagos state government to provide free transportation for protesters to return to their states of origin, questioning why individuals from other states, especially those facing severe governance issues, would protest in Lagos, which he claims is better managed. Now, let's read it in his own words. It's not plenty.
No, it's a lot. But do you know that I do find a lot of sense in this?
Yeah.
That is why I said, what is the intent of this protest?
Yeah.
Are we protesting against economic hardship? Or are we protesting against a government?
They say it's bad government. It's bad governance.
It's bad governance all round.
All round, from the time Nigeria was
understand?
till
Because it has
now,
always
or
been
this
bad.
particular government. Those are the things I question. Because if we do want to effect change as we expect, Lagos is not the only place to be.
Thank you.
Then all the governors need to be held accountable.
So,
all the local government chairmen needs to be held accountable. It's not just in Lagos.
Why are you shaking your
It
head?
might be the epicenter because this is a commercial hub. But I think looked at
Nigeria.
I even heard that there are still states that are still paying 18,000 naira as minimum wage.
Yes.
So that is why I am careful about this particular protest, that we need to sit down first and focus it and say, okay, are we fighting against this present government? Because if we do not answer those questions, those are the things that can make hoodlums and all these miscreants take advantage of it.
Sholape said that. I mean, when she said, you know, in itself, the protest, peaceful protest is, but at the same time, she fears that we're losing the center. Like you said, if it's easy to disperse if the focus is not, the center is not centering, the center is not holding. If we don't have a cause, if we don't have something to hold on to, something that anchors the protest, it's easy to disperse.
Totally.
That's where the problem lies. You see, many different people are protesting for different reasons.
Things. Exactly.
Some people are in this protest, and this is no shade to them because it is valid. Remember what happened in 2020? There are some people who are coming to do their bit. There are some people who are here because they felt that injustice was never answered. It was never put to bed. Some people are here because they haven't eaten for 5 days. Some people are here because they want to get on camera. Some people are here because they might get their own 10 minutes of fame. There are so many different reasons. And so we have a movement that doesn't have a singular matter.
Exactly.
I don't know how we're going to push anything that is it.
Annie for president. Annie for president.
I second the motion.
I say. You know, now they will tell us that women sit at a table and they think that all we discuss is about kitchen, about hair and beauty. We do know. And they say that when the center, I like this thing, they say things fall apart and the center cannot hold. If there is no anchor, what are we fighting about?
Yes.
This thing will be hijacked easily.
Very easily.
Something is
vibrating.
I almost got you to that Negro spiritual and say,
I know. I have a dream.
I have a dream that every Nigerian shall be united in purpose.
You know something, I believe there needs to be a cleanse of everybody's minds. Because I think the average mind of a Nigerian is thought. It's confused. It doesn't know what it really wants. It will tell you what it does not want, but it will not tell you what it wants. Telling you what it wants is only based on the factors that are okay around it, that it can use to compare, right? Because they don't know what they want, just like you said, this one is coming for a camera op. This one is coming because of hunger. This one is for different reasons. And the truth is, we all need to unite. We all need to understand that we are all Nigerians, of which there's another story about that matter.
Because tribal sentiments. Listen, this is Igbo state.
When Lola started talking about when we started dissecting Renault's tweet, it now occurred to me, as I usually do, I go for the,
Yeah, she just wonders, and
I follow my mind.
A French
so I was saying to myself, do you know, if truly everybody went to their states, because the whole overwhelming move to be coming to Lagos, if your states are performing as their states are supposed to perform, you're not going to think of to enter Lagos.
Exactly.
Because Lagos is not for everybody. You hear people say, if not before, how things are, I won't be in this Lagos. Everything is on a fast forward P, everything is, I just want to be in a place where I can wake up calmly, 15 minutes I go to where I'm going. But because of how the states are degraded to, so if people were protesting individually in their states, okay, you come from Ekiti, go to Ekiti and protest. Since we say we are protesting governance.
Governance, generally. It's not about the present governance, it is about governance.
Yes.
As a whole.
Generally.
Yes.
And you look at a lot of governors that are non-performing.
Yeah.
Do you know why they're non-performing? I personally believe the reasons why they're non-performing is because they're coming from, I I dare not say this, they're coming from a particular mindset.
Okay.
And that mindset, unfortunately, has a lot of lack in it. And I'm talking about from their childhood. So now, as they have now gotten up to a point of power where they now see this thing in mass quantity, it's no longer about the people, it's about how to feed that part of them that suffer. Thank you. It's how to feed it. So that is why they won't see you and feel sorry for you. That is why they can't empathize with you.
That is why
their focus is different.
That is why a governor will go and pay his child's school fees
for many years.
For many years. It's a lack mentality.
Thank you.
And if you think you can afford it.
And it's so bad that the Nigerians, some Nigerians, I would not say all, some Nigerians believe that money is wealth.
No, and that's absolutely not.
Money is, if you can remove it from your mind, that money is not wealth.
You can't.
You having a lot of money does not equate to wealth. It's still, if you have a poverty mentality, my darling, you're still poor.
I like that saying that somebody says that you can be so poor that all you have
is money.
Yes. I want to ask you ladies a question.
Lord have mercy.
Will anyone on this table be joining the protest?
No, I'm a journalist.
I will be joining.
I will be covering it.
Okay, so covering from afar.
We will be present.
Our guests, are you going to be joining?
I will be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. Yes.
I
will be covering the protest.
Yeah.
And since I asked the question, I don't have to answer.
Answer me, my dear.
Anyway, we'll be taking a short break. By the time we return, I hope we still have time for some hot topics that are not political.
No, I think...
In fact, you know what? No, we shouldn't even go on a break. I think we should just keep this going. Because we're having such a good conversation, and I think we should just keep this going.
And of course, Solape is still in the studio. But in our next story, Meta Platforms, parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. In fact, they started sending me personal message. I opened my phone, Instagram, sending message. I said, oh, wow, I've made the big leagues. They've taken action against the infamous Yahoo Boys scam group by removing 63,000 associated accounts. Now, these accounts, which were deleted in recent weeks, were used to perpetrate financial sextortion scams and distribute blackmail scripts. Additionally, Meta removed a network of Facebook accounts, Facebook pages, and Facebook groups operated by these Yahoo Boys who were using the platforms to recruit, to train, to organize new scammers. Now, this action was taken under Meta's policy against dangerous organizations and individuals. Listen, the world is red everywhere.
It's
a global village.
Everywhere.
It is.
Because if we're saying that we're attacking cyber criminals, and these people have, I said the network is mad. They are recruiting, they are training. Did you see that? Yeah. As in, you've set up groups and set up pages and on all of these platforms, so you can perpetrate this act. You know that there are people coming behind you. You're building your team. Your team is expanding, so that. Why? But though we always talk about it. Young people, talk to young people. If your care is not taken, they tell you they want to be Yahoo Boys, Yahoo Girls. Yes. Because they see that as that is the only thing that makes sense, so they can hold on to, that they're seeing, they're in perceived control of their money. And one would say that it's probably a leaning reflection of what's going on in the society now. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because back in the day, when you see a doctor, an engineer, an architect, you see all sorts of things, they would want to emulate it. They want to be this person so that they can also acquire the things that they see in front of them. So now you see a Yahoo boy who is driving a 2029 car.
Mercedes-Benz that it took your father.
No, I think we should read the statistics. I think we have a statistic.
Okay. According to Meta report, sextortion scams is predominantly originating from Nigeria. These scams typically target adult men in the US, where scammers pose as attractive women to deceive victims into sending nude photos, which are then used for financial extortion. Just for context, guys, to understand, what we're dealing with. So we ask ourselves, why are these crimes prevalent in Nigeria? Is the lady, I forget her name, our guest on, she said ease.
It is.
Ease. Something as simple as ease. We just want a better life. But I'm just a bit worried because we are raising a generation of people that hard work is becoming something extinct to them.
Ouch.
You know, sadly, our time is up, and the whispers.
Where did Sholape take all our
time? Sholape has to come back on the show. There's some things we have to delve into, and of course, this is a conversation that will continue because it's not something to be taken lightly. Did you see the stats, guys?
Staggering.
The stats are staggering.
staggering.
Anyway, we have to go big up to a special Hot Topics Special guest today, Oluwasolape Ogundinmu. It's not a matter of hope you enjoyed yourself. We know you enjoyed yourself. And it's always a pleasure, of course, to be on set with my ladies. So from us here in the studio, it was a heavy Hot Topics Friday.
It was pretty heavy. But you know, we're talking about real issues, and sometimes reality is things are heavy. Yeah. So,
guys, that's our reality. But let's hope you don't have a heavy weekend. And we'll do it again next week. We're not saying from all of us. We're just saying goodbye.
Yeah, please stay safe out there if you're protesting. Please stay safe.
Yeah.